Hey everyone, this is Sylvia from SSW. Today I'd like to demonstrate the multi-currency functionality of TimePro. Let's take a look. TimePro is a timesheet invoicing system. It's previously a single currency system where you set up a default currency at the beginning and use that for your timesheet and invoice. Let's see what the workflow looks like for one currency. Here I have created a new instance of TimePro via this Register Now button. And here we are in my instance, Northwind Sylvia. Just to save time, I have already created a few timesheets for myself and for my colleague Jim, and we're working for Northwind, the client, this week. So if the accountant wants to send Northwind a new invoice, they will use the invoices module. In case you cannot find it on the top, make sure you have turned it on under Admin, Features. So make sure this feature is active. Let's go back to Invoices module. So I want to create a new invoice for my client Northwind. And I will pick Northwind here. For the date range, I will use Monday to today because that's where I have created the timesheets for. And I will do save. So now it has found 7 unallocated timesheets. Assuming these are all billable, I will do allocate all. And you can see that the invoice now has been updated to the total of all the billable timesheets. And these are all in dollars. I can also send the client a invoice in PDF. I can go to View, PDF Invoice, choose a template, Client Invoice. Cool, now I have the invoice ready to send. And these are the timesheets allocated that we saw before. And these numbers are all in dollars. This is all really nice. But we are using TimePro for international clients. We can have clients from Europe or from China. I will just use China as an example. Say if our Chinese client come to us and be like, I can only pay you in Chinese yuan. And assuming that your bank account does support multi-currency, you will need a new currency on your invoice as well. Let's see how we handle that with TimePro. So I will cross this off. You might already notice that we have a field here called invoice currency. And right now, you don't have one currency at the moment. This is our default currency, Australian dollars. But you can add more by going to Manage Currencies. This will take you to invoice setting. You can also come to this page by going into Admin, Invoice Settings. It's the same thing. So scroll down, you will see a section called Currencies. These are a few out-of-box currencies that you can use, but you can also add more if you want to. So to turn on Chinese yuan, I will put an exchange rate here. Here I will use 5. This is an internally agreed upon conversion rate for your company. So this means 1 Australian dollar equals 5 Chinese yuan. And don't forget to add a Chinese invoice template under the template section. I will click Save here. Okay, so everything's saved. Let's see what the invoice looks like now. Going back to Invoices, search Invoices. And this is the one that we created before. Now when we choose Invoice Currency, we have a new option called Chinese yuan. Let's choose that. Okay, so as soon as that's chosen, we can see that the invoice number here has been updated by the 1-to-5 ratio that we configured before. The currency symbol has also been updated to Chinese yuan. This change has reflected on your timesheet as well. And let's check what the PDF look like. Going to View, PDF Invoice, the Chinese template. All right, now we have an invoice in Chinese, and all the money number here are in Chinese yuan. And also the ratio is by 1-to-5 ratio that we configured before. You might already notice that we still have a few English words here and there, like the image, but that's easy to replace in the template. And the name, if your client really cares, you could have a Chinese alias in your CRM system. So that's how we could use multi-currency in our invoicing right now. Let me know what you think. This is Sylvia from SSW. See you in the next one.